Right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Purple and Gold podcast. And today, this is part 3 of our first mock draft. I'm here today with Dylan again, and I'm here with Jason Sanders fan Nathan. So we're going to be doing picks 22 to 32 today, concluding the first round of this mock draft. And I want to bring everyone's attention to my subscriber statistics because almost 90% of people who watch the videos are not subscribed. So go hit the subscribe button, whether you like my channel or not. If you're here, I guess that's also good enough. But let's just get straight into this thing. We're first starting off with the Titans, whose defense is the reason why they didn't make it that far in the playoffs. And that's partially because their pass rush is terrible. Jadeveon Clowney, I think, was the most overpaid player this offseason. And I think that they definitely need to get a new edge rusher to start off this year.
Oh yeah, I agree. I think that's what kept them out of going farther into the playoffs this year was their edge rushing, and their D line was really bad. I wouldn't say they really need anyone for their offense if they're going to go need and for the first round pick, but I think Gregory Rousseau is the best option for them right here. He fell in a lot of people's draft boards, so I think this is a perfect pickup for the Titans.
Yeah, what they said. Just take the best edge rusher you got because your edge rushing right now is terrible. Simple as that. So I would go with Gregory Rousseau.
All right, so it's safe to say that the pick here is Gregory Rousseau out of Miami. I don't think Jadeveon Clowney will be coming back next year. He was on a one-year deal for them this year. And Harold Landry, their second-round pick out of Boston College, definitely not living up to what they thought he would be. Now we move on here to the number 23 pick, which is from the Los Angeles. Is it from the Los Angeles? No, this is from the Seattle Seahawks for Jamal Adams. So the Jets have the 23rd pick from the Seattle Seahawks. And they get their franchise quarterback with their first pick, which is Justin Fields. So I don't know. Do we surround him with better offensive linemen to protect him? Because we all know how bad this offensive line is for the New York Jets. Or they could also go wide receiver here and get more weapons with that team. They already have Denzel Mims. They already have Jamison Crowder. So which way do they go here?
They're definitely not a wide receiver because Braxton Berrios is the GOAT. So they definitely don't need – No, that's joking. Wait, who's their running back?
I'm pretty sure it's like Ty Johnson. Ty Johnson, Frank Gore.
Oh, they could do a lot with this pick right here. They could do a lot with this pick right here. Christian Darrisaw would be a good pick for them. Their O-line needs help. If they want to, they could probably take the best running back in the draft if he's still here, Najee Harris. Or they could go Terrace Marshall Jr. if they need a wide receiver. I think with this pick, a wide receiver, they probably shouldn't take. But I think Jamison Crowder is a good wide receiver. I think he's underrated. So I'll leave it up to Nathan, whether it's Christian Darrisaw or Najee Harris. But one of those two is a safe pick.
See, now, you say that the Jets' offensive line – oh, wait. We got to change the lights. Now it's Jets colors, if you can see that. Now, you say that the offensive line is terrible, right? But it's the freaking Jets, man. Everything is terrible. So even if Jamison Crowder is underrated, even a wide receiver would be fine. And there's also that stuff about Deshaun Watson wanting to go to the Jets. So if that happens, you might want to get a receiver here too for him to throw to. But I think the offensive line would probably be a little more important here, so I would probably go O-line here. Deshaun Watson or not.
All right, so I definitely think that it makes sense here to protect whoever the quarterback is for this New York Jets team. They already have their left tackle in Mekhi Becton, who might be the best offensive lineman to come out of last year's draft. But yes, here's Christian Darrisaw, the number 16 ranked player in the TDN big board. So he's going to go here to the New York Jets and protect whether it's Darnold, Fields, Watson, whoever the quarterback is. Now here is Corvette. The Pittsburgh Steelers here at number 24. They also have, I don't know, they're a weird team. They're an older team I don't know what exactly the direction of this team is. I mean, you saw what the potential was earlier in the year, and you can see how easily all of that can fall apart so quickly. We don't know if Juju's coming back. Probably not, because he's more focused on his TikTok career than he is on his actual position at wide receiver. So, I don't know. I really don't know what the Steelers are going to do here. So, any ideas?
In my opinion, this is the most obvious pick besides the first pick of the draft with Trevor Lawrence. The running game is horrible. They were dead last in the running game this year. They were honest. I didn't think Big Ben did that well this year, but he definitely carried the team. So I think if Najee Harris falls here, this is the easiest pick for the Steelers. James Conner is a bum. I think Benny Snell, he's a bum. Their whole running back room is just full of bums. So yeah, Najee Harris right here.
Yeah, I agree. Their their run game was absolutely terrible. James Conner, he is just terrible. So yeah, take the best running back here. I still don't think the Steelers are going to be good, though. I mean, I never really thought they were good, but yeah.
Okay, so as we're making this pick here, do you guys think that Najee Harris is Derrick Henry 2.0?
No.
That's a huge name. It's too soon to tell, but I don't think so.
He's not big enough.
All right. Not big enough. All right. Here we go. So now here's another team having their second pick in the first round. This one is from the Los Angeles Rams. This was in the trade for Jalen Ramsey made a couple years back. So the Jaguars here with their 25th pick, they also got their franchise quarterback at number 1 overall in Trevor Lawrence. And this is a team who also has a lot of needs to fill. Maybe you go on the defensive side here because obviously the defensive side of the ball is the weaker spot for the Jacksonville Jaguars. But the way that the board is looking right now, there's a lot of offensive players still here at the top. So what is the decision that's going to be made here?
They need to help their O-line like right now. It's not that good. So Elijah Vera Tucker at USC would be good. Jalen Mayfield. They need to help their O-line. I can't even name an offensive lineman on the team right now. That's how bad it is. So
Can you hear me? Okay. Yeah, so I'm a firm believer that the offensive line is the most important thing with your quarterback. And you're bringing in Trevor Lawrence, right? So I think the most important thing to do is to protect him. And I don't see any other way, any other thing that could really help them out because the Jaguars wide receivers are okay. So I would go with Elijah. It seems like the obvious pick to me. So yeah.
All right, I think something to take into consideration here is they might go with a tackle other than an interior offensive lineman just because Cam Robinson is on contract this year. So if he's gone, you're going to lose your tackle. And I think you'd rather have a guy at tackle than someone who plays guard and then have to move them out that way. I don't know about you guys.
No, I agree with that. And then I forgot. I do know offensive lineman, Juwan Taylor, but that's it. So
I think I would still go with lineman, but the tackle makes sense too.
So do we go Jalen Mayfield here from Michigan, or do we go Alex Leatherwood from Alabama? Or we can go Tevin Jenkins from Oklahoma State.
I think, in my opinion, Alex Leatherwood because I was watching the playoff games and he's pretty solid at his position. So
yeah, I agree. I'm going to go with Alex Leatherwood. I haven't seen much of Jalen Mayfield this year. Michigan has just been going downhill since Harbaugh entered the building. But so we look at the Jets and we look at the Jaguars, and both teams go out, get their franchise quarterback with their first pick, and then they go out and protect their guy with the next pick. So fairly similar traits in both of those drafts right there. All right, so now we go on to the Cleveland Browns, who are not drafting in the top 5 for the first time since I don't even know when, but it's been a long time, and now they're going to have a later draft pick, which I'm sure they're not used to. But, at 26, I think this team, I think their linebackers are all right. but they could definitely improve. And I think that that's the spot that they go with here. But other than that, this team is pretty stacked. And if they can put it all together, I mean, I think they can win.
Yeah, I agree with you. Running back doesn't make sense here. They have probably the best running back duo in the league. Their O-line this year was amazing. Like, wow, like they just – I think they had the top five, number one, top five around there, ranked offensive line in the league. So that's definitely an improvement there. And then, yeah, I think anyone on the offense they're good with right now. Their defense was good this year, but, yeah, I think their linebacker room, like you said, could improve. Their corners, their safeties, their edge rush, all pretty decent. So I think Zaven Collins from Tulsa would be a good pick there.
This Browns team is it's really good. It gave the Chiefs a run for their money, but I actually disagree a little. I don't think their secondary, their corners and safeties, I'm pretty sure that was the weakest part of their team. But with the way the draft is right now, I think taking the linebacker, Zaven Collins, would probably be the right move, just because I'm not too sure if there's any elite secondaries left. So I think I would go with Zaven Collins.
Yeah, their secondary was pretty bad this year. I know that Greedy Williams wasn't on there for a majority of the time. I know Denzel Ward had trouble staying on the field. That team actually had a real hard time with COVID this year, so that was pretty bad. And then, I don't know, they brought in a bunch of average safeties. They brought in Ronnie Harrison from the Jaguars. They brought in Carl Joseph from the Raiders. They brought in Andrew Sandejo from the Vikings. Just a lot of average guys in the secondary position. But like Nathan said, there's not many options there in the secondary that you can take right now that wouldn't be considered a reach. And I think if we take Zaven Collins from Tulsa, I think that makes the most sense. But, their linebacking core doesn't have a lot of big names, but PFF does have them rated pretty high. Sione Takitaki, Mac Wilson, and BJ Goodson. So, but, you can always improve at the position. So that's what they're going to do there at linebacker. Now, here at number 27 is Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. Obviously, this team built around the run. I think that's why they keep coming up short in the playoffs. I honestly think that's the reason. I think, in the NFL now, you have to be a team that is built to pass and come back and be able to play from behind if necessary. And I think that's the problem with Baltimore is once Baltimore falls and they don't have a lead, then it's just hard for them to come back because they have so much difficulty moving the ball through the air. But nonetheless, we are here talking about their pick. And, I guess it says edge, tight end, interior offensive line. They have to work, I think, on their fronts. I think on their offensive line, I think having Marshall Yanda retire a few years back is still hurting them a little bit. And they did get Yannick Ngakoue temporarily, but he hasn't done anything at that edge position. So what do they do here at 27?
Yeah, I agree with you on the wide receiver part. I think Marquise Brown is decent. I don't think he's the number one wide receiver in the league, and that's what he is for the Ravens right now. Mark Andrews is good. He's a solid tight end. Willie Snead, if Willie Snead is your second wide receiver, that's not good. Not saying he's bad, but he's definitely not a second wide receiver on a team. They do need to improve their edge in their O-line position, but if they want to win in the playoffs, they're gonna need threats on the receiving core. So Terrace Marshall Jr. right here would probably be the best pick for them, because if they can get help in the receiving core, I think Lamar Jackson would be willing to throw more. Can
we make a case for Sam Ehlinger here at number 27? Because Lamar Jackson's a bum. He can't throw the ball.
Oh, yeah.
I think Sam.
Okay, well, probably go wide receiver here. That's just, it's something that's
Bro, what are you watching, bro? What are you watching?
What? Go wide receiver. I had a wee hooping clip and he was about to yell, I called it, but I accidentally scrolled, so that's unfortunate. But I think Lamar Jackson can be pretty good with the real elite receiving core. I don't think he's a bum just yet. I don't think he's the best of all time, but whatever. So I would go. Who was the receiver guy? Terrence, whatever. Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah,
this dude
okay.
wasn't paying attention. He wasn't paying attention,
No,
bro.
no. Yeah. We'll just go with the receiver guy at 27. So, Terrace Martin. Okay, wait. Okay, what is it called?
Sorry,
But
Brandon,
actually, though,
I actually take that back. Brady White from Memphis. Or,
Brady
that's where I'm
White.
surprised he didn't go. So I'm surprised he didn't go first overall.
Yeah, Brady White from Memphis. Yeah. Okay, wait, no, actually though, Lamar is good. He's not a bum. That's obviously why he won MVP and everything like that. But do we actually think that he can win a Super Bowl with Baltimore?
Yes, I do.
You think so? I don't
Yeah, I
know. I don't think so.
Wait,
I
what?
just
I think it's
Lamar.
possible, but the chances with Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen in the same conference are probably really slim. But I mean,
Yeah, the AFC is kind of screwed because it's like you have Brady for 20 years. You're gonna have Mahomes for the next 20
Yeah,
years. So if you're not the
yeah.
Chiefs or the Patriots, you're never gonna be the favorites most likely.
and then I mean, depending, I mean, from what we saw this year, Baker Mayfield and the Browns could be tough for the next couple of years. So that's gonna.
I don't know. I really do think Lamar Jackson's better than he showed this year. So I think he can win a Super Bowl with the Chiefs in the same conference. I have no idea. I think sure, but like Lamar's fine. I wouldn't draft a quarterback right now if that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, there's no like realistically, there's absolutely no way that Baltimore drafts a quarterback. So, but it's a discussion because I mean, I don't know if you have a pure pocket passer. I mean, maybe that changes things. I don't know. I mean,
Dude, why would you take a quarterback when you have the GOAT Trace McSorley on your team?
that is true, but you can't
Yeah.
put him in. You can't put him in for a game just for him to hyperextend his knee.
Oh yeah, wait. Yeah, Trace McSorley.
Yeah, Trace. Wow, that quarterback room is It's just crazy to think.
it on it, Don.
Despite the fact that he led his high school. Chase McSorley, they call me Chase McSorley. I went out to the.
Oh yeah, I think RG3 is out of Baltimore now, right?
I called it.
All right, here we go. Forget the Baltimore Ravens and all of that discussion that we just had. We're going to move on to number 28 here, the New Orleans Saints. This is an interesting one because Drew Brees has just retired as we are recording this. So, obviously, we already said that this is not a spot where any team takes a quarterback because all of the notable quarterbacks, which is Trevor Lawrence all the way up to Kyle Trask, they've all been taken already. I don't think anyone else is first-round caliber. I mean, even Kyle Trask is a reach here. But what do the Saints do here? We know that they're going to be hit with a lot of cap space issues coming into this free agency. So what do they do here?
Wait, Drew Brees retired? I didn't get anything.
What?
You said Drew Brees retired?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Nothing's
What?
final.
Yeah, wait. Nothing's final? How did you know? Did you get a notification or something? Or?
What do you mean?
There's nothing.
Nothing's final yet. Nothing's final
They're
yet.
still waiting on his
Drew
decision.
Brees is retired.
Yeah, he's most likely to. But, I mean,
He's
you
going
never
to
know.
retire, but it's not confirmed yet.
Okay. Anyway. So yeah, the Saints. I don't know. I would say I feel bad for Saints fans, but I don't because I hate the Saints. But every single year, it's the same thing. They always do good in the regular season. They're always, the Saints can go to the Super Bowl, and then we all know every single year that the Saints aren't going to the Super Bowl. They're not going. They're not winning because that's the same thing. That's the same thing to do is just to choke in the playoffs, just like always, just like they've done the past couple years to the Vikings. I mean, we knew they were going to lose like in the playoffs this year. Now. I do think Jameis Winston could be really good on the Saints, which is kind of scaring me. But
Are you kidding me?
Yes, I am.
Jameis the Bust Winston.
No, I feel like he could actually play good on the Saints. Okay, but
Maybe it's because he got his eye surgery.
Oh yeah.
Maybe he can read the field a little better.
No, but I feel like a linebacker here would be good for them because they do have Demario Davis, but he's getting really old. So. And who else do they have? Freaking the dude with the white hair, like long white hair. What's his name?
Alex Anzalone.
Oh, Alex Angeloni. Yeah. He's okay. So I think they could definitely improve the
No,
linebacker.
okay. That's how we know that he's not that good because I mean we don't even know his name. So
Yeah, I don't really know why it says corner. Like they have Marshawn Lattimore, who's decent. They have what's his name?
Gardner Johnson.
Yeah, Gardner Johnson. Yeah. Oh yeah, but he always gets into fights. So I mean, I don't really. But seriously, he's a decent backup. So I feel like Nick Bolton would be a good pick right here. Yeah.
Okay, the Saints are screwed. I mean, come on, the Saints are screwed. But I'm not gonna lie. I thought the Saints.
Wait, sorry. How are they screwed?
Their cap space. They're just so. And whoever their quarterback is, if it's Taysom Hill or if it's Jameis Winston,
Winston.
It's not gonna be the best. I mean, come on. I'm not gonna lie. I had the Saints winning the Super Bowl. Look how that turns out. But I think linebacker, I guess, other than Drew Brees being old, that might have been their biggest problem was, I guess, their D. Was it? Actually, I don't even know. But, yeah, I would go linebacker here. Just get, like, what you need now. It's going to be a rough couple years, I think, for Saints. But, yeah.
All right, so the pick that I just made is Nick Bolton from Missouri, the linebacker. He'll be the pick there. I don't know. Just with Tom Brady in the NFC South now, I can't imagine where there's a headline saying like a Jameis Winston-led Saints team outplays Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. That's ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous. I don't think that's ever going to happen. And I mean, Taysom Hill, I mean, that's just white Lamar Jackson. So,
wait. Isn't Taysom Hill on contract this year? Didn't he sign a 1-year deal?
Oh, actually, yeah, he might be. But then so is Jameis, right?
Oh no. I feel like they're going to sign Jameis back, but
They're going to sign Jameis back.
I think they'll sign both of them back, honestly. But all right, so here we go. We are almost done here. The team that just lost this Sunday, the Green Bay Packers, obviously making a questionable move in last year's NFL draft, taking Jordan Love, trading up for Jordan Love. And now Aaron Rodgers is discussing with the Packers about getting a contract extension. I don't even know what the plan is with that. I mean, Jordan Love may never play a game as a Green Bay Packer, which sounds crazy, right? I still think that they go wide receiver here if the board really allows for it. You could go Kadarius Toney from Florida. He's risen as of lately. I think that's definitely an option there. But man, I mean, do they make another retarded pick like how they did last year? I don't know.
I actually have a lot of you guys might think this is a reach, but I feel like Eric Stokes from Georgia would be a good pick here because, dude, Kevin King needs to go. Oh, my God. Kevin King is a bum. He is a bum. I don't get how the Packers do this. They have Jair Alexander, probably one of the best corners in the league. Jair Alexander is a lot. Probably besides Jalen Ramsey, he is probably the best corner in the league. So, and then you have Kevin King. Kevin King.
Okay, wait. Here's the thing about Kevin. Kevin King actually played through a back injury on Sunday. So
I don't care. He's a bum. But seriously, I mean, even like it says on the board, cornerback is probably the biggest help they need. Maybe besides wide receiver, but I don't. I mean, honestly, Kadarius Toney, Eric Stokes, Asante Samuel, like any of these picks could be good. I don't know. I mean, you might think I'm a little biased. I am a Georgia fan, but I think Eric Stokes is actually really good. So,
yeah. Kevin King sucks. I think a wide receiver would be pretty good too. I don't know if this is gonna make sense, but isn't there like rumors that Aaron Rodgers is out or something? Like, he's not happy.
No, everyone's trying to hype it up. He's not going anywhere. He's not.
Well, yeah, I really don't know. You would think the Packers have pretty much everything they need, but Yeah, who knows? But corner receiver. I think I would go with a receiver. I don't know. It's hard with the Packers because, like I said, like you feel like they had everything they need and they just couldn't get it done. So what you do in this draft here is like really weird, and you can't even go quarterback because of that Jordan Love. So yeah.
Yeah, I think right here, if the Packers don't take a wide receiver, I think the entire fan base is going to be outraged. I think it's just going to be complete chaos if they don't take a wide receiver here because they wanted them to last year, right? And the whole problem with this season too is like you only have Devontae Adams to really throw to. I mean, Marquez Valdez-Scantling. I mean, oh geez, don't even get me started. And then Alan Lazard is all right. He has a lot of potential. He's all right. And then Equanimous St. Brown. I mean, he dropped one in the game too. So I think we need a wide receiver here. I think cornerback would be a reasonable pick here, but I think it's just too much of a reach. And I think if you don't take a wide receiver here, everyone's going to be pissed. So Kadarius Toney from Florida is going to be our pick here at number 29. Now, number 30 here is the Buffalo Bills. This is a team that I think met expectations. Even though the expectations were extremely high, I don't know. I feel like they met them or they exceeded them. And Josh Allen is just definitely getting better and better each and every year that he's in the league. And this is probably one of the most promising young teams in all of the NFL right now. I think you could probably put them with the Dolphins. They're probably in the same category. But under Sean McDermott, they're just, man, they're clicking right now. And they're probably one of the best teams in the league right now. Didn't look good against Kansas City, though. But, I mean, that's what, the draft is for and everything like that, to improve your team. So, with a team that is already loaded with talent, what do the Buffalo Bills do here at number 30?
I think the reason they lost against the Chiefs was because they were too dependent on Josh Allen, which was pretty much the whole season. And Josh Allen, he took a huge jump this year. Like he literally won me my data fantasy this year. He was so good, and I think Stephon Diggs being on that team was a huge help too. Like I'm not gonna take away from Josh Allen, but having Stephon Diggs in your team does make you look a lot better. And Cole Beasley, who's really underrated receiver too, but I think they were just too dependent on Josh Allen during the Chiefs game. So this is where they need to take a running back because Zach Moss and Devin Singletary is not gonna get you anywhere. It's not going to get you past the Chiefs. It's not going to get you past the good teams that are in the AFC. Because actually, Devin Singletary is Dalvin Cook worthy, as you know. You two know fantasy this year. No.
Okay, Nathan, what are your thoughts on the Buffalo Bills pick here at number 30?
Travis Etienne.
Okay, there. If I was the Bills, I would trade Josh Allen, I would trade Stephon Diggs, and I would keep Devin Singletary because I hate them and I want them to suck. But, okay, realistically, yes, your running backs were absolutely terrible. Devin Singletary is my least favorite player on this freaking planet. And, so who's that? The running back, that was definitely the weakest part of their game.
You don't know who Travis Etienne is, yo?
I don't know, man. I mean, or what else is there? I mean, you could go. Is there any good linebackers left? I don't know. I hate the Bills, but do I really have to comment on this? Like, I hate the Bills, but I would.
Sorry, they destroyed your dreams this year, Nathan.
But screw you, Dylan. All right, I don't think a running back would be bad. I know this guy isn't the best. Anyone on the defense would be fine. But if I was the Bills, maybe go to, I don't know, Braden, you can.
I mean, what are you even saying at this point? You're telling us how much you dislike the Bills, and then you don't even tell us whether you're like, we'll just take the running back guy, or I hate the Bills.
Fine, take Jalen Mayfield. There.
Shit. What? I'm done. I mean, you just want this organization to fail. what was I even gonna say? The one thing that I worry about Travis Etienne though is that they've given him the ball a lot at Clemson, and I don't know how much he has left in the tank. I know for this year he'll be good, but if you're looking for this guy to be your future running back, I don't know if this is really the guy.
Let me say something. I think with that, that's why Travis Etienne is perfect because Josh Allen is so good, and as we saw this year, he's going to be throwing at the ball a lot. Like they're obviously not a running team. Like just look what they did this year. They barely used Devin Singletary, which I'm not saying he's good and he should have been used.
Well, because Devin Singletary is a bowling ball that doesn't roll.
I don't know, but they've been looking at Zach Moss. They use Zach Moss like a little this year, and he's okay. You know what I mean? I feel like if they can if Travis Etienne can play good, I mean they don't need him to do a lot. They have Josh Allen. Some people think he's a top 3, top 5 quarterback in the league. So he can. They just need this running back to do a little that can help Josh Allen because if you don't put the pressure on Josh Allen, I mean look what happened. I had them beating the Chiefs this year, and they didn't because, I guess the Chiefs just outplayed them, but Josh Allen just needs help, in my opinion.
Yeah, and here I have something insightful. Watching the Bills play, Josh Allen can do a lot of the running himself. I mean, he's fast. And I agree with Dylan. Like, if you take Travis Etienne, it wouldn't be the worst thing because they don't need a big running back. They just need a better running back than that freaking piece of crap Devin Singletary.
Yeah, I mean, Josh Allen, yeah, he can definitely do it all with his legs. I mean, I don't know, dude. He was being, oh my God, there's so much wind in my room, sorry. But he was being an absolute bonehead again. It seemed like every time he got sacked, he wanted to run backwards. So, I mean, I don't know what the deal was with that. Yeah, just another, like I said, boneheaded Josh Allen playoff play. But I think what I like about Etienne is that we know that he can do well in the pass and not just the run. And I think if this is a pass-first team, this is a guy who definitely can fit the scheme. So, yes, I like this pick. Travis Etienne definitely makes this team better here for the Buffalo Bills. Now, here we are going to be talking about the NFC champions, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who will be hosting the Super Bowl this year, and Tom Brady's the quarterback. So I don't know. Is this rigged? Is this all set up? I don't know. Probably. Roger Goodell is sucking on Brady's nuts again. But here at number 31, this is a team that is also loaded. They've been stacked for a long time, and good for them. They finally have a quarterback. So what is the plan here for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Do they draft for now, or do they draft for the future?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the Tampa Bay probably has one of the best rosters in the league. Like, you can pick a spot in that defense and that team, and like they're stacked everywhere. They have the GOAT, they have a stacked running back room. Like, I don't even know how Keyshawn Vaughn is. I barely saw him play this year because their running back room is so good. You know what I mean? Their wide receiver, they probably have the best wide receiving core in the league. Their O-line, I mean, who they pick? Tristan Wirfs. He's obviously not a bust. Then you go to their defense. Devin White, Levante David, some of the best linebackers in the league. Their D-line with what's his name? Justin Pierre-Paul. He's good. Vita Vea barely played this year, and he's a pretty good D-line too. So, and then you go to their secondary. I'm right for it right now. You guys know what I'm talking about. Their secondary is really good. So, I really don't know what they do here. If I'm them, I'm drafting for now because, I mean, the way Tom Brady played this year, if he keeps playing this, they're going to keep making the Super Bowl. Like, no one, like they won 3 road games. The Redskins, they gave them a run for it, but it's the Redskins, But still, they went into the Saints stadium, they beat them. They went to the Packers stadium, they beat them, and then now they have a home Super Bowl, which is the first team to ever do that, by the way. So I really don't know here. I mean, maybe Jalen Phillips from Miami, and maybe their edge rush could get a little better. Well, I really don't know. Maybe this is where Eric Stokes goes. Maybe they need to make the cornerback room a little bit better. I really don't know here.
Yeah, the Buccaneers are kind of like or what I thought the Packers were. I'm like they're pretty solid in pretty much everything. And this might not even be their pick, right? Or am I wrong?
No, you're right. If they win the Super Bowl, they get 32, bro.
32. But
Yeah, I don't think this makes much of a difference. I mean, 32, 31.
yeah, I mean, I guess you could sort of make the argument for drafting a quarterback. Maybe. I mean,
Right now,
Wait,
though,
Nathan,
like
Nathan,
with all
Nathan,
of these guys that are on the board.
Yeah,
Tom
wait,
Brady
wait.
forever.
No, I'd say something. That's true, but with the quarterbacks that are left on the board, there's no way. Like if somehow like Mac Jones and all, maybe they drop, yeah, I could see that. But Jamie Newman, really, no, come on.
I think
Yeah.
if they were looking for a quarterback, I think they would have put Josh Rosen on their 53-man roster, not leave him open up for grabs on the practice squad. But I think because they left him there, I mean, it doesn't look like they're really prioritizing the position too much right now.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. So what do they do here?
Do we just give them an edge because that's what it says the first team need is?
That's what I was gonna say. Give him an edge.
Yeah, all right. Screw it. Jalen Phillips from Miami. So we have two Miami edge rushers going in the first round, Gregory Rousseau and Jalen Phillips. So also, I think this could be a good pick here at edge rusher because Shaq Barrett currently is on a franchise tag, although he does not have a huge sack number this year. I know that he's bringing in a lot of pressures, and that's something that you look for in an edge rusher. But because he's on the franchise tag right now, I don't know if the Buccaneers are going to bring him back next year. So I guess having an edge rusher to take his place wouldn't be so bad. All right, now we are here on the last pick, the projected Super Bowl champions according to the Draft Network. It is the Kansas City Chiefs drafting here at 32 for the second year in a row. So both sides of the ball are really strong. The defense obviously is a little underrated. I think part of why Kansas City's defense is so good, though, is because they're always playing with a lead, and it gives them more flexibility on the defensive side. So I do think that Kansas City's defense does need a little bit more help. I know that they have a lot of good guys. I know Ladarius Sneed, the corner, is playing pretty well this year for a rookie corner. You still have Frank Clark. You still have Chris Jones. You still have Tyrann Mathieu. I mean, the defense has its guys, but I think you could still do a little bit more. Or you could bring in another wide receiver, another speedy wide receiver, because why not? I mean, but yeah, unlimited options here for the Chiefs.
I don't really know why it says wide receiver. Like, yeah, I don't really get that. I mean, the wide receiver core is okay. Like, it's good, But when you have Travis Kelce, he's just like another receiver. So there's really no need. Best tight end in the league, by the way. If you're watching this, Joey. Yeah, I would say linebacker, O-line. I mean, their O-line is good. What's his name took a step back this year? Mitchell Schwartz, because he played so good in that Super Bowl run last year, and he's still good. But and then who did they have this year that didn't play because of COVID? One of their
oh my God, why am I brain farting? This is the doctor guy, dude.
Yeah, dude, what's his name?
I'm getting so mixed up because I'm looking at the board right now and it says Elijah Vera Tucker, and I know that this guy has Duvernay Tardif.
Duvernay, yeah.
I think that's his name. I don't know.
Yeah, so I mean, the fact that he didn't play this year obviously doesn't help their O-line situation. But I mean, I think linebacker is definitely their most need position. Willie Gay and Madden is really good, by the way. If any of you guys want to, I had Willie Gay, best linebacker ever, by the way, that I've ever played for franchise. But I don't know. I don't really see any linebackers right now. I mean, if they want to, they could probably reach for one. But Dylan Moses from Alabama, maybe. I don't know. I say they take Elijah Vera Tucker here. He's projected to go around 23, so if they get him, he could be considered a steal right here. And it wouldn't make anything worse to have Patrick Mahomes have more time back there. So, yeah. So Elijah Vera Tucker.
Well, I've been unmuted this whole time. Yeah. Okay. First of all, Dylan's right. Why does it say wide receiver there? That's dumb. And I agree. Travis Kelce is the best tight end in the league. I think I would go with Elijah Vera Tucker too, because the Chiefs are like, you think of the Chiefs, do they really need anything? Like, no, they don't. So you just take the best player available at this point, which would be Elijah Vera Tucker at that point. So yeah, that's my.
I like that. That is a great point. Elijah Vera Tucker here to end off our mock draft here. So it's going to be loading it all up. All right, so we can see all of the picks here. Let's go over it real quick. Trevor Lawrence to the Jaguars, Justin Fields to the Jets, Penei Sewell to the Dolphins. That pick is from the Houston Texans. Zach Wilson to the Falcons, Jamar Chase to the Bengals, Devontae Smith to the Eagles, Jalen Waddle to the Lions, Patrick Surtain to the Panthers, Kwity Paye.
Wait, I want to say something. We obviously filmed this before Matt Stafford and stuff, so that Lions pick, that's definitely probably not going to be.
Oh yeah, but this is a pre-free agency mock draft, so we're definitely going to be doing more later. And yeah, I think a lot of these picks are going to be changing as the offseason progresses. All right, from where I left off, so concluding the top 10 is Caleb Farley from the Dallas Cowboys. And then after that, the Giants will take Micah Parsons. 49ers take Trey Lance. Chargers take Samuel Cosmi. Vikings take Rashawn Slater. Patriots take Mac Jones. Cardinals take J.C. Horn. Raiders take Joseph Osai. Dolphins, their second pick, take Kyle Pitts. Washington, oh, look at that. Washington takes Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. The Bears take Kyle Trask. The Colts take Rashad Bateman. Titans take Gregory Rousseau. Jets take Christian Darrisaw. Pittsburgh takes Najee Harris. Jaguars take Alex Leatherwood. The Browns take Zaven Collins. Ravens take Terrence Marshall. Saints take Nick Bolton. Packers take Kadarius Toney. Bills take Travis Etienne. Buccaneers take Jalen Phillips. And the Kansas City Chiefs take Elijah Vera Tucker. So, just like we've been doing in the last few mock draft videos, instead of going from 22 to 32, let's just talk about who has the best overall pick here in the first round of the draft. You can evaluate however you want, just who has the best pick in the first round.
Oh, honestly, I mean, everyone's going to think the Jaguars, they got the best prospect maybe ever, Trevor Lawrence is obviously, I mean, I think everyone thinks he's probably going to live up to expectations. But, you got to give it to the Dolphins. Like, they almost made the playoffs this year, and they have a top 3 pick in the draft. Like, that's incredible. I mean, they could do literally anything with this pick. They could take the best wide receiver. They could take the best O-line prospect we've seen in a while. They could trade it back and even get more picks. I mean, and then even what we had in if Kyle Pitts even falls to 18, like that's even a steal for them too. Like the Dolphins, their future is really looking really good for them. So yeah, I think the Dolphins have the best pick with number 3. Not just because of who they chose, but just what they can do with that pick.
I like that answer, obviously, because the season ended kind of on a rough note for us Dolphins fans, but the future does look bright. They can do so much with it. There's like 3 guys I wouldn't mind taking with the 3rd pick. I'll tell you what, I don't want a quarterback, by the way, but that's a different story. But I think last time I did this, I said the Jets, and I still kind of stand by that because, for one thing, I don't think Sam Darnold is the worst, but if you think that he is, then you can take a quarterback, or you can protect him with Penny, which I wouldn't really like because I want him as a Dolphins fan, but I think that makes sense too. And whatever happens with that Jets pick, I remember we were talking about this. Whatever the Jets do, that's going to change the entire draft. Like if they take Penny, then that's going to change things. Where's Justin Fields going to go?
If they take Penny, I mean, the chances of the Dolphins taking a wide receiver or trading back are way higher. You know what I mean? I like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I would say either the Jets or the Dolphins. Who else? I think the Panthers too, because from the way we made this, there's a good chance that maybe Trey Lance falls to them, or they could take a cornerback. And those are two needs for their team. So I think the Panthers, Dolphins, and Jets, those are probably the three big ones, and the Jaguars. So, yeah.
All right. I mean, obviously, I'm going to share pretty similar opinions for the same reasons. I mean, there's so much flexibility with all those picks. So I'm going to just spice this thing up a little bit. And there's no bias in this, okay? But I think it's the Minnesota Vikings. I think the Minnesota Vikings here have the best pick. Okay, no. Hear me out, okay? So the whole problem with this Vikings team is that Kirk Cousins has no time to throw, right? When you give him time to throw, he's actually not that bad, okay? Dalvin Cook had the second most rushing yards in the league. You make the offensive line better, that means that his play is most likely only going to get better, right? And this is a defensive team that might actually have a good offense for the second year in a row with good offensive linemen in the lineup. So I think that the Vikings have the best pick. And also, if the Vikings don't want to pick at 14, right, this could be a spot where teams trade up because they're actually picking right before the New England Patriots, who obviously need a quarterback. So they could trade back if they really want. A quarterback-needy team might trade up with them. So there's flexibility at this spot too. But I'm just so happy. I would be happy if an offensive lineman was drafted to Minnesota because, man, the O-line is trash. But yeah, I mean, do you guys have any thoughts to end off our first mock draft for the 2021 NFL draft?
One thing I want to say is I mean, I could see the Vikings trading back, but I don't see them trading back to the Patriots pick because if Mac Jones is still there, I mean, unless you're an idiot like Chris, and you think Mac Jones is going to go to the Vikings, there's no point trading back.
No. I mean like a team like Washington or Indianapolis trades with us to jump in front of the Patriots,
I see. Okay, yeah.
Well, there's so much that's going to change this draft, right? Because Deshaun Watson, Matthew Stafford, those guys are obviously going to have an impact on what these teams do, right? So, yeah.
All right, well, that's going to conclude our first mock draft for this year's draft. We will definitely be making more after the free agent period is over. Probably one again right before the draft starts. I mean, yeah, there's so much that we can do. Oh, wow.
When is the free agent period starting?
Oh, shoot, I had it pulled up. I think free agency starts sometime in March. I know teams can start to franchise tag and give transitional tags to players the beginning of March. So I think a little bit after that, I think free agency begins. So we will probably be doing another one then. For now, though, for these videos, we'll probably just be doing just different topics, probably looking at players, teams. I don't know. We can do whatever we want. But that is going to conclude our first mock draft for this year's draft. Yeah, thank you guys for watching and for all of the support on the last 3 videos that we've had, the Devontae Smith, Jamar Chase video, and then both of the other 2 parts of the mock draft. But if you're watching up to this point, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Any final words now?
Screw the Bills, go Dolphins.
All right, see you guys later.
Jason Sanders sucks.